Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another, I was going to say exciting, but is another episode of the Dark Match. This is the TNA Impact episode for the week of September the 14th, 2012. I am the Lone Warrior, and joining me this week are...
I'm Christopher Says, and hey, Lone Warrior, why did you call our episode unexciting? Oh, wait, it's the Impact episode. You said that after you said it was unexciting.
I'm Duo's Angel.
And I am your Lord Star Bax, and I'm back from a trip momentarily. Anyways, this is what Iron Cheek is doing now. Jay Cutler, you insult all my intelligent fans. You don't throw the ball. You need to get fucking head checked because you are worse than the O.J. Simpson.
What?
What?
Pretty much, Jay Cutler choked on Sunday.
Real topical with those O.J. Simpson references. I don't know whether he's outdated from the mid-'90s first trial or from If I Did It around like the mid-'90s. But either way.
Yeah, and it's sort of cheap dash done because I am from Chicago. But anyways, Impact.
This happened.
It sure did.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
there is a lot of talk.
Yeah, I'm just going to catch myself up because I missed the pay-per-view, but from what I've heard, TNA pretty much pissed away a perfectly good storyline.
Well, in what sense?
To an extent.
Yeah,
they did bring back a couple that that we thought that they had dropped. Well, they brought back at least one that I thought they had dropped with the Storm.
Yeah, I saw that in the episode, and I thought that was pretty apt. But anyways, why Hardy? Why the fuck Hardy?
Hardy, because from a lot of accounts, like he's at least cleaned up, and he's. I mean, there's not much he could do to apologize about Victory Road, but
I was just gonna say because of that money, yeah, with that money.
Yeah. I guess
they figure he's. Oh, and also because he's clearly part of Aces and Eights. Yeah. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but you're right about him probably drawing more than Samoa Joe, as sad as it is. Nonetheless, we don't start out with Jeff Hardy just yet. We start out with Austin Aries. Fair enough person to kick off the show. He comes straight in the ring with the world title belt, and he tells the crowd what it represents. Basically, that he's had to work as hard as he can. Like, and it also is the reason why Aces and Eights are putting a target on his back. Like, he's worth the most in this company, and while he wasn't able to unmask anyone at No Surrender, he was still able to. I quote, take a piece out of the Armbreaker's ass. But now Bound for Glory is the focus. He'll face someone who went against all odds, which would be great if that was the name of the pay-per-view that they're doing, but no.
Yeah, there's something funny about this. It's like Austin Aries has decided, well, Bound for Glory is coming up, so those Aces and Aces guys, forget them. I'll be fine. They're gonna come out and stomp his ass again. I mean, just because he fought them at the No Surrender doesn't mean they're gonna decide, we'll leave them alone. Yay! No, that's stupid. And all it really does is just him being like, he brings out Hardy, and Hardy is Jeff, okay? He's being Jeff. He's doing Jeff-like things in the ring. And Aries congratulates him for, winning, and he says that, you showed you got something inside of you that a lot of others don't, because you beat Samoa Joe and you beat Bully Ray, both in one night, and you deserve this title shot. And it's funny, because you're a man of few words, but the people can't help but cheer you. But not me, on the other hand. I'm a man of many words. I tell the fans to shut up, and they cheer for me too.
Almost a vague, not really, but something of a vague heel move. Shut up, everyone. Yay. It's almost like Randy Orton.
And so Aries or Hardy's about to, I think, is about to say something like, "Dude," but no, wait, that's RVD. He's about to say something else, probably just as weird. When out comes Bully Ray, and Bully Ray's marching out of the ring, and he goes, "Shut that music off!" And yes, it's time for I'm going to try to do a Brooklyn accent.
No, just please. No accents. Never again.
Yeah, just kind of transcribe. I mean, I'd do it. I'm
Okay,
I'm the one
fine.
from Brooklyn, but
Yeah, you think we can get the New Yorker to do some things.
I don't want to do nothing.
Oh, well, in that case. Okay, so Bully Ray gets in the ring and basically goes, "You're a lucky bastard, and you're a lucky bastard." And he turns back to Aries and goes, "You're a lucky bastard because you're not facing me at Bound for Glory, because I would kick your ass. And you're a lucky bastard, Hardy, because I felt bad for you."
Yeah, he essentially said he held back because of Aces and Eights taking him out after his match with James Storm. And hey,
Kind of see the argument because he did look
fair enough.
Bully Ray did actually kind of look like, he was like, he wasn't being as big of a what's the word, jackhole. But from the clips I've seen of the match, like he wasn't being quite himself. He was still like 95% Bully Ray, but there was that 5% that was like where he fist bumps him, and it was like, oh no.
If there's one thing consistent about this whole Aces and Eights thing, it's that the whole solidarity with heels being targeted. They could look out for faces when they're being attacked.
Yeah, but Bully Ray basically he keeps on. He's like, "I've been beating your ass for 15 years, Jeff, and I want another fight." And Aries goes, "Hey, ho, 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 ho. You're the lucky one, asshole. The last time we were in the ring, I made you tap. The last time you were in the ring with Hardy, he beat you up too." And Aries says, "If you're so convinced that Hardy got lucky, maybe you should fight again." And all Hardy does is he takes off his shirt. And while Bully's yelling, "Don't take that shirt off! Don't take that shirt off! No one wants to see that!"
And the fangirls scream themselves.
Yeah, there's a couple 20-year-olds in the audience that wouldn't mind. And older women that remember him from his heyday.
But yeah, he says, I gotta say, I don't want to fight right now. Not about to be challenged. And
yeah, so
Hardy's music plays everything off.
Yeah, he's trying to say something, and Hardy's music starts playing. It's just like, "Oh well, fuck. Okay, never mind."
But that's the end of that segment. What does everyone think about it as an opener? As a hype for the main event of this night's Impact.
Not bad. Coming off a pay-per-view, it's pretty good to start, the new stories going.
It wasn't as long as it could have been. It could have been like the old days. It could have been like it'll be next month, where it'll be like 40 fucking minutes.
Yeah, I remember.
The first hour of Impact setup.
Post-Bound.
The next hour of Impact, still no wrestling.
I remember Bound for Glory last year when it literally was about 40 minutes of talking and monologue and dialogue and
it was
such and such.
It was that way at Bound for Glory 2011. It was that, or after Bound for Glory 2011. It was that way after 2010.
Yes, it was there here.
But we got backstage and James Storm, well, he's in a mood. I believe that mood is fucking rage.
Yeah, might be too.
So,
rage.
We get our
well masked rage. I'll say that. I mean, he didn't seem too that angry.
Silent rage, like that Chuck Norris movie.
I thought there was some wrestler's nickname was Silent Rage.
Sorry for running you over, Jess. Go on.
Nickname.
At any rate, brings us to our first match for the night. It's Zima Ion versus Sanjay Dutt, and a rematch from No Surrender. And before the match, Mike Tenay and Taz, they wish Jerry the King Lawler a speedy recovery from his heart attack on Monday, which same here, like
Yeah,
fuck.
Oh,
very cool of them to do
I'd
that.
forgotten about that.
We'll talk about like how we felt about it as it was going on for the WWE episode when we record that. But I'm very glad TNA went the high road and acknowledged it.
Yeah, that was really good of them.
Yeah, this was a surprising show of class from TNA.
TNA can be classy when they want to be.
They're humans.
They're not evil. They're just stupid.
Most of the time.
So, chaotic, stupid.
Well, they could be stupid evil.
But yeah, about the match. If I could describe it with two different moves, it was Sanjay Dutt doing moonsaults and Sanjay Dutt doing, oh crap, I forgot what else he was doing.
Okay, no, this is the Flying Head Scissors Variety Hour.
Yeah, head scissors and moonsaults. That's what it was. It was essentially, so it was kind of a funny finish. Like, I don't think they got their point across too well, but it happened when Sanjay Dutt hit the moonsault double stomp and only got an ear fall on the champion, which I guess goes a pretty long way in putting over his stamina. And nonetheless, he goes up to the top rope, tries it again. Zima Ion chops him down, and he apparently lands on his head, and Zima Ion just pins him for the 3. But like it just seemed like there's no tight pull, there's no rope leverage. I didn't really get the idea that like because he crotched him so hard that he landed square in his head, like he was able to get the 3 count.
It was a really stupid fucking finish. Let's face it. Dutt kicked the shit out of Ion. Like, I'm pretty sure he damn near dropped him on his head a couple times with those head scissors. And he loses by knocking himself loopy by hitting his head on the mat. And it's like, fuck! And then, just after the match, Ion, he comes in from behind with his can of hairspray and just waffles Dutt with it. And then locks in a cross arm breaker.
That was his new kind of finish. During the match, Ion actually did like something like a Rings of Saturn, and very impressively done by him. But he's got to use some submission, and it doesn't appear to be the Rings of Saturn.
I like to call Ion's hairspray the Campbell's can of hairspray.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's like a throwback to like Andy Warhol or whatever. I don't know why a TNA wrestler is referencing Andy Warhol, but more power to him. I don't know. Our next segment involves Chris Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, and sort of Chris Daniels is sat with his legs up on Hogan's desk, and Kazarian has a Hulkamania shirt that he's like, hey, they're trying to appeal to their boss, and Kazarian's like, hey, do you think this says respect or suck up? And Daniels is like, totally respect. And they start like sort of chiding him when Hogan comes in mid-sentence, and he's like, oh, my tag champs, you could defend that belt, you could do whatever the hell you want, and takes an Appletini, says it tastes like gasoline. Kazarian tries to butt in saying, oh, I don't like that stuff either. Great comedy. But the gist of it is Hogan says like, oh, you're the tag champs, you could do anything. I'm going to put you each against one representative of teams that deserve rematches. Daniels, you will go against whoever from Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez's team, and Kazarian, you will go against someone from AJ and Kurt Angle's team. And if you beat them both, then they don't get rematches. If they beat you, then each of their respective teams get rematches. Daniels and Kazarian complain.
I knew it. Kazarian goes, I knew he'd think it was a suck. I was sucking up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine. But yeah, I gotta admit, fucking Daniels and guys are great.
Yeah, it's always something that we gotta admit. They definitely hold the lighter side of this company together.
Echo.
As do Echoes. But that aside, we have AJ and Kurt Angle, who were probably watching over the monitors because they're essentially arguing over where AJ's head is at and who's going to wrestle Kazarian. AJ's like, oh, I've left him unscathed throughout this whole ordeal with Claire Lynch. Thank God he didn't mention her name. And Angle's like, I think I could do this. Like, I don't know where you are right now. Like, you got out of Bound for Glory much later, and you probably messed with your head. But AJ's like, I'll do what I can, and I'll beat his ass.
Yeah. So AJ leaves, and as he does, Wes Briscoe walks up, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Kurt is my good old buddy." It's like, I'm not a member of Aces and Eights. How you doing? You can tell he is one of them because of that fucking hair. They're being chatty and they go off to watch AJ's match. We see a video package from No Surrender where it shows Bobby Roode coming back to, just bean Storm over the back of the head with the beer bottle, and they're being carted away. So Roode comes out and he's like, I'd like to shed a little light on what I did. I was screwed out of my rematch 2 months ago with Austin Aries, and so now I can't get another one as long as he has the title. So I took my ball and I went home. And I had an opportunity to watch my former tag team partner pour his blood, sweat, and tears into the Bound for Glory series and get closer and closer to the world title. And I wondered to myself, why does a man like James Storm, who rode my coattails and supported his redneck family off of my abilities for 4 years, get a title shot, but not me? So because of that, I came back to smash a beer bottle over his head and change his destiny. And furthermore, and out comes Storm. And Storm is livid.
To say the least. They beat each other down.
Yeah.
They take it outside the ring. They're trading punches. It's as intense as you'd imagine from a feud between these two. And hey, Ken, hate to say I told you so, but this is what I thought would happen. My prediction was a bit inaccurate, but nonetheless, I knew they would have a feud, and I knew it would be like, oh, forget about the title right now. I just hate you, and vice versa.
Yeah, so Storm gets the upper hand pretty quickly, and it just becomes the Storm throws Roode into the hardest metal thing he can find. That's basically all he does. He starts whipping him into things. He whips him into the guardrail. He whips him into another guardrail. He whips him into the side of the stage. He whips him into something else. They go out into the back, and this is where they go to commercial. And when they come back from the commercial, TNA brings up that it took a dozen guys to break it up, because that's how fucking I Am Fury Storm was.
But yeah,
So,
I thought it was a good point to get across.
yeah, the show A Battle for Glory memory, going back to 2009 when AJ beat Sting to get the TNA World Title.
I was not watching when that happened.
Now that was
Me neither.
I think that was during the Main Event Mafia stuff, though. Yeah, that was near the end of the Main Event Mafia.
Well, to be fair, I didn't watch it until 2010, and that kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. And
Yeah, it's about when I started too.
it's spoony, and that's pretty much what it is. I'll just admit it.
Yeah.
So
Something ninjas, something kidnapping, something. But moving on.
Okay, yeah. So our next match is Frankie Kazarian versus AJ Styles, and this is definitely better than Daniels versus his opponent later on in the night.
Yeah, not even going to acknowledge his name, and
we're not going to spoil that yet.
But nonetheless, it was notable for in the middle of the match, someone getting dropped real hard on their head in the apron. I believe it was AJ to Kazarian, or
yeah, AJ it looked like he went for a DDT, but it kind of turned into this really fucked up looking brain buster, and it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, Kazarian, like, nonetheless gets up and gets the advantage and sort of ducks AJ's attack, rams him ahead. But, like, AJ's as tenacious as ever, as agile as ever. He ducks like Kazarian's offense, does a Pele kick, and grabs a Styles clutch for the win. A decent little match. Nice way of making Kazarian look good in the ring.
Yeah, it was actually nice to see Kazarian. Because I think most of the times that I've seen Kazarian wrestle lately, it's been with, Daniels interfering, or it's in a tag match. And so seeing Kaz do some one-on-one stuff was actually really nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also seeing him be a heel, not a lot of things that you get to see. Because he's not even so much a babyface most of the time as he is just a sort of vanilla X Division there guy.
So, what came after that? We're backstage, and Hogan is talking with Brooke. So he's like, listen, Brooke, brother, I don't want you going home anytime soon. I just want you to go to either here. I want you to either stay in New York or LA. I'm going to get you some bodyguards for when you're here. Brother. And Joseph Park comes in, and he's like, hey, Mr. Hogan, I've got a key piece of evidence coming in, and that should blow the Aces and Eights case wide open, if it's what I think it is. And Hogan's like, well, brother, I can't wait to blow him up, so tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. And I actually like the little comment, and I don't doubt he means that literally, because remember last week the fucker he says he can't wait to blow up Aces and Eights, and I don't doubt it for a goddamn second, because remember he tortured that guy.
Yeah, I remember that one week where he beat up someone from Aces and Eights with a baseball bat and then began sputtering like he was some kind of half man, half machine, which isn't too far from the truth.
He was a rabid
Battery dick.
Why would you bring that up?
Did someone say he was a rabid dick?
He said battery dick.
Oh, battery dick.
I said he was a rabid data.
Oh.
So so Hogan's like, well, listen, Joseph, brother,
Joey.
I need to go out to the ring. So you need to stay here and protect my daughter. And Brooke goes, this asshole?
Yeah. She doesn't really hide it around the guy, but nonetheless, it's a cute, like, awkward Joseph Park moment.
And he's like, oh, goody, 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 I get to be useful. So Hogan, before Hogan gets out to the ring, because Hogan's going out to the ring, it's going to take about an hour. Bully Ray is backstage with Jeff, and he says, if you really wanted to fight me so bad, let's make it worth something. Put up your title shot for Bound for Glory. And Hardy's not saying anything, and Bully Ray goes, come on. It's like, what are you? I knew you wouldn't do it, because I've got your number, and you're a coward. And Hardy opens his eyes, and he goes, I was ready to do it in the first segment. If you want to fight, we'll fight.
A couple of comments about this. Number one, Hardy, you shouldn't have said segment. I was ready to do this when we were in the ring earlier. It's easy enough to say it without making it seem like too much of a program. Number two, Jeff Hardy didn't say anything for a reason. He sucks as a promo. I mean, he tried to make a punctuation, a declaration for the last bit of the segment, but didn't work out. Number three, Jess, shame on you for not making a Back to the Future. What are you, chicken? Joke.
Sorry?
You should have known.
Yeah, so,
Why didn't you do it?
Because I wasn't talking.
Like that has stopped anyone before.
Yeah.
So,
I counter with this instead. What are you, chicken?
Dear God, no.
Everybody's tired of that. Except
Tommy Wiseau is not funny anymore.
Not really.
Ha 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 ha. We received a video package of the Austin Aries Aces and Eights crap from No Surrender, and Hogan locking down the Impact Zone, and he hobbles his way out to the ring, and he's got something to say. He says that, the Bound for Glory series really put TNA in high gear this year, brother. And when I think about those 3 grueling months of the tournament and the 12 competitors who put everything on the line, well, the 11 competitors and Robbie E. Is really something. And Jeff Hardy won, and he dances to a different drum. He's from another planet and another universe, and I don't know where he's going, where he's been. It's probably somewhere really fucking nice, brother. But when he puts everything on, but he's put Hogan sucks up to Hardy. Jesus, this goes on a while. And he says that, Jeff versus Bully Ray is going to be for the Bound for Glory title shot. And now, aces and eights. They caused me to completely lock down the Impact Zone at No Surrender. And it's like, I locked it down for the fans and the people in the back, and now we'll never get in again. And aces and eights comes up on the screen. And the VP says, "Hey, Hogan, you did a really smart thing putting the Impact Zone on lockdown. But you got to ask yourself something now, smartass. Did you lock us out or lock us in?
Dun, dun,
You see these assholes around me? I trust them. Can you do the same about the people around you? You see that guy in the front row? Maybe he's one of us. Somebody in the back. Could be anyone in the back. Could be one of us. You'll never know until it's too late. So congratulations, Hogan. Checkmate." They all start laughing with their evil robotic laughs. And Hogan is taking off the glasses, and they do a close-up of his face. And it's like, nah, put the glasses back on, goddammit. Because his eyes are all kinds of bloodshot.
Yeah, and he was talking about Jeff Hardy in that promo. You did say he was sucking his dick, and he actually extolled the virtues of doing such an act. He was like, when I suck Jeff Hardy's cock, I get a better high than I do from the medications that the doctors give me, dude.
Oh my god. Why? Why?
Everyone's on their toes. My job is done.
I hate you, Chris.
All right. Chavo and Hernandez are talking in the back, and Chavo expresses regret that Daniels and Kazarian stole his lie, cheat, and steal gimmick, the one that he invented.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
No.
He did not
and Eddie
lie, cheat, and steal. It was him and Eddie, mostly Eddie.
One could say that Chavo Guerrero stole the lie, cheat, and steal gimmick from the late Eddie Guerrero and lied about inventing it and cheated Eddie Guerrero's legacy.
Well, Chavo can go suck an entire bag full of horse dick. I don't know why that was. I don't know why that specific.
Don't make me get loose.
Just Big Mac stick.
No, I said horse dick.
Well,
There's suddenly a lot of fellatio in this episode.
and I'm unfazed by all of it. And I'm the virgin.
We here at DarkMatch extol the virtues of fellatio.
Oral sex is good for you.
But nonetheless,
I'm gonna get it out.
we have our second tag team rematch qualifying match.
Christopher Daniels versus Chavo.
Yep. I'd say the only thing I remember about this was the spot where Chavo brings Daniels on the outside, does a great apron tope con hilo, and gives him some pretty hard European uppercuts on the outside. He's actually pretty good with those. I've seen Douglas Williams do shitty European uppercuts, and he's from a part of Europe. But yeah, Chavo hits Three Amigos and gets the frog splash, and he won.
Again, stolen from Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
So both teams are getting a rematch.
Yep.
Looks like Hogan's gambit paid off.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the AJ and Angle one. They're a good team.
This whole thing
You know
probably would have worked out better, like, from a story perspective, the whole, like, setting up would have probably been better if one of them lost.
I actually have a good idea for this.
They're gonna make it
probably do it, but my idea is that it's going to be a triple threat match for the tag titles.
Oh god, I hate triple threat matches with tag teams.
I figure they're either gonna do that, or they're gonna have Chavo and AJ, or someone from Team Chavo and someone from Team AJ. Probably Chavo and AJ wrestle each other, and whoever wins that match gets it, because Hogan will realize, oops, shit. Or no, he might leave it as a tag team. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to care about Hogan.
I really don't think the belts belong like anywhere else except for in the heels right now. Like, they need to build a team up. Like, so I think that will just go to the incumbents.
They need an actual goddamn tag team. Like, okay, Chavo and Hernandez is a good start, but like, okay, AJ and Kurt, no, they're just together because they have an issue with Tweedledum and Tweedledee. You know, something like the Machine Guns, or hell, I almost miss Mexican America.
The Machine Guns, Alex Shelley is no longer in TNA.
Yeah, I was saying a tag team that's an actual tag team and not just like...
Are there, like, any actual tag teams left? I think everyone's either left or been fired.
Kaz and Daniels.
I'd say that.
Okay, them.
And our is still in OVW hell.
I'm gonna take this as a no. That everyone has essentially has left or been fired.
Yeah. So we get a video package of the next gut check guy who his name
is Evan Markopoulos. Evan Markopoulos.
Yeah, he trained at Keller Kowalski School. His parents were dubious, but then he went through the training and he paid his dues there. But he's like, as he said, you know, if someone comes up to me and says, "Who are you? You've never paid your dues," he'll be like, "Yeah, I know." It's like, they're right. And once I get on TV, I can prove, I can pay my dues that way. It's like, I'm gonna prove to Taz and all them. He's only 18. That's the other thing. The kid's 18. So this
should have been
go
Bob
through
Dole.
the fucking indies.
should have been Bob Dole.
Yeah, I have to say, my mind just completely shut off when I saw Default number 4 on TV.
Yeah, we're busting the kid's balls. He probably won't get it though. Like, let's be honest.
No, something's gonna happen with the whole Joey Ryan thing. I'm betting.
When is that gonna actually when are they gonna pull the trigger on that? Because they're kind of off hammer, and then they're like,
hopefully soon. I just saw the catch-up footage, and I'm already sick of it.
I'm not sick of it because nothing's happened.
Oh, yeah. Maybe just a quick dose of Joey Ryan's all I needed. That guy's annoys the fuck out of me.
He does look like a special kind of douche. But they show a recap of the James Storm. Storm pops up to say that he hopes Rude gets a good night's sleep because next week is open fight night, and he's going to make his life a living hell.
And I'm gonna get a beer.
Money.
That was fucking awful, by the way. I would bust my own balls for that terrible impression.
Yeah, I actually think that Storm would be better off leaving the beer off to the...
As a matter of fact, I'll do
off,
it right now.
So we get another bound for...
Words. People speaking words.
Me stab you face. We get another Bound for Glory memory as we go back to 2005 when Gail Kim became the first ever Knockouts champion. And, okay... I don't know if they... I don't know what the hell was up, but she seemed to have been painted a brilliant shade of KFC.
Hmm?
She looked golden brown.
Hmm.
Like they really, really laid on the.
Too much spray tan?
Spray tan.
Yes, she was a natural shade of yellow. This moving on.
Must have been dengue fever.
I'll just say that probably Titus's dick went 5 sizes smaller than. Oh, I'm being very graphic tonight.
So speaking of the knockouts, Tara comes out.
Speaking of dicks.
What? And I'm ignoring everything Chris says for the rest of the night. Tara came out.
Tara comes out. She calls out Miss Tessmacher, and she's like, I'm very proud of you. You did a great job. You proved that you could beat me. She's it's really, really, really nice. This passing the torch moment. She goes down the ring. She lets Tessmacher have her time in the ring, and then she comes running from behind and she comes in from behind, whacks her.
Yeah,
whacks her with a clothesline, and then
lays
lays her out with the Widow's Peak.
Not in the Mafia way. It's a little bit more light than that, but like the way this whole sequence was going around, Tara may as well have punctuated every sentence with, "By the way, I'm
evil now
on you or anything."
Pretty much,
Yeah,
this is pretty much obvious. I have to say, this is obvious heel turn number
I got it.
573.
Yeah, the entire time.
Obvious as soon as they made the match. Like, we all knew this is exactly where it was going.
It was obvious as soon as Tara came out and called out Miss Tessmacher. It's gonna be like, okay, she's turning evil. She's turning heel. She's turning heel. She's turning heel. She turned heel. There we go.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we get a recap of the finals of the Bound for Glory series, and did Bully Ray really just lose in like 3 moves? Really? That's kind of depressing. I didn't see the pay-per-view. Because it looked like all Jeff did was hit Whisper in the Wind, a Twist of Fate, and then the...
I'm sure there was more to it. I didn't watch the pay-per-view either, but...
But at any rate, before we go out to the ring for the finals, or for this match, we're backstage with Hulk Hogan, Brooke Hogan, D'Lo Brown, Team Gut Check, and Dixie Carter. Oh, the acting skills in this group.
Yeah, Dixie Carter just says things that really amount to how completely irrelevant she is.
Yeah, Dixie's like, I give you plenty of leash to run this company. And what's going on with Aces and Ace? Because I'm tired of looking over my shoulder everywhere I go. And so Hogan's like, he tells a story about his brother, who ran with a bad crown in Oakland before he died. And Hogan was like, I had no choice but to walk away. And I'm not saying anything.
Then Hogan tells a story about his son who got into a car accident.
No.
And
he doesn't. No.
Chris, shut the fuck up. Just no. We're not going there.
So, D'Lo...
Yes!
Fuck off!
I said my piece.
Get off my show!
It's not your show.
Shut up. Skippy's not here.
There will be no replacement Skippies.
Indeed. So, D'Lo Brown says, well, we should just let them in. And Hogan's like, oh, isn't it? I think it's Elsa who goes, isn't that what we've been doing?
Then he makes masturbation.
Hogan brings up the point. It's like, Hogan brings up the very good point that, he's got a point. What the fuck? Because they've proven they can get in anyway. They've got someone on the inside, and Bruce Pritchard says, we're all looking at each other suspiciously, and they suddenly do this dramatic, dun, 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 dun. They do this flash to everyone else in the room. And Pritchard's like, maybe it's you, Hogan. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I know who's leading Aces and Eights. Because it's so stupid, it has to be him. It has to be Hogan. And there's one reason. Because when they reveal it, he's going to go, it was me, Austin. It was me all along. And in that
I'm still holding out that it's Joseph Park, because that'd be awesome.
I'd seriously laugh if it was Pritchard.
You sound like you said something in Swedish, because you're breaking up a little. Say that again, Lunder.
Okay. I'll seriously laugh if it was seriously Pritchard.
Pritchard? I'd laugh if it was Michael Hayes. Bitter that he got dropped from SmackDown, and that they took away his alcohol, but whatever.
Yeah, well, but Brooke also brings up the point that, besides, even if we did, lock them out, what good does it do? Because if they just keep on adding, if we find someone, and, we get rid of one guy, they've added 3 more, it's like, what the fuck do you do? And it's like Hogan's like, don't worry, I've got a plan.
Oh, this should be great.
But that's as far as they go. And, so it's time for our final match of the night, the number 1 contenders match, Jeff Hardy versus Bully Ray.
I had to ask something really quick. I wonder if did Hogan ask for the plan?
I'm sorry, what? You broke up.
You're speaking Swedish again, dude.
I was asking if Hogan consulted Fred for the plan.
I don't know.
We do.
No. But I didn't mind this match.
Joke fail. Moving on.
I didn't mind.
Abort joke. Get the code.
God damn, you're turning a poor joke into a poor joke of a poor joke.
Jokeception.
It'd be better off if I spoke about someone sucking someone else's dick. And that's a poor joke also. Fuck everything.
Okay, Joe Hardy versus Bully Ray. Decent. I'm kind of pissed that Bully Ray lost. Okay, spoilers. Bully Ray loses. I'm pissed about it.
Yeah.
Because Bully Ray, I will give him all of the credit in the world. I loved him in this match. He was great in this match. Hardy was good. Bully was, in my opinion, a bit better. Even though he pretty much got dominated for the first half, I'd say. Which was weird.
Yes, isn't that normally supposed to be like the face Imperial, not the heel Imperial?
Yeah. Bubba counters the Twist of Fate into a Bubba Bomb, which was pretty good. He goes for another one, and Hardy hits him with a DDT. He goes for Hardy goes to the top rope for the Swanton, and Bubba drops him on the top rope and hits him with a superplex and gets the 2 count. He goes for the Vader Bomb, and that fails because it's the fucking Vader Bomb. I don't think I've seen Bubba hit it yet. Hardy goes for a Swanton, and Bubba gets out of the way, and then hits another Bubba Bomb. But he kicks out again. Hardy went.
You know what I noticed about Hardy's Twist of Fates, though, for which he hits 2? The first one, he tells his opponent to sell it like a stunner. The second, he tells his opponent to sell it like a cutter. Which is pretty cool. Alright, no, Mega.
Stay out, Skippy.
But nonetheless, 2 Twist of Fates, Swanton for the win, Jeff Hardy. He's still going up Bound for Glory.
So yeah, and that's how Impact ends. Hardy is victorious.
I was actually expecting another promo after this match,
So
but we didn't get one.
I was expecting an Aces and Eights run in, but we didn't get one. So they go to that's the end of Impact. Not really that much to say, really. Other than
Yeah.
So what gets more screen time than let's just move right on to what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal. Somebody else go, because I'm sure somebody's got something.
Let's see. I would say, well, I really have nothing either. I'd say Chavo Guerrero lying, cheating, and stealing his way out of taking credit gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Obvious heel turns get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Damn it, you took mine.
Sorry.
Angry Cowboys get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
True.
Robo Penis gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Oh, he always does.
Tara's dick got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Chris, shut the fuck up!
We here at DarkMatch Wrestling do not believe that Tara has a dick.
No, I don't.
The stuff that Christopher says is not something that the rest of us believe.
How do you know it's even Christopher that says this? There could be 8 different Christopher says.
No, there's just you.
The one on our show who was just talking.
I don't actually believe Tara has a dick.
Well, then again, Tara could have had it easily as that one moment.
No.
Chill time.
Funny.
Time for fucking plugs.
Okay, don't forget to subscribe to us on Blip TV or YouTube to keep updating all of our videos. You can like on Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at DarkMatch Wrestling. You can also follow us individually on Twitter as well. We are on TNA Productions, where all of our videos are hosted, plus lots of other great stuff. We're on Reviewtopia in the community section. And last but not least, visit us at the Spin Experiment Forums, where we hang out and you can chat with us and yada yada yada.
And if you didn't manage to catch any of that, just go watch an old episode of ours, and it'll be at the end in regular speed.
Hey, it's like the faster this is over, the faster I can go back to eating these delicious Pringles.
You won't have more Pringles if you don't do it slower.
No, we're done. Because we're ending this as quickly as possible.
Show's fucking over. Good night, good luck, go the fuck home.